Today we'll be talking about the struggles of growing up on our podcast, Milestones. So welcome guys, welcome to the Four Friends podcast. We have Chen Hao, myself, Ridwan, Vincent. Technically we're four friends and this is going to be on the Team Titan podcast channel.
Yeah.
So
Trying to conquer every channel out there, you know.
we are on every single channel. Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the troubles of growing up. We're going to talk about adulting, situations you face while growing up. And some of us are still, technically all of us are still growing up right now.
I mean, you're always growing until you die.
Yeah.
But we're just going to talk about the struggles of it, of young adulthood into actual adulthood.
Yeah,
That's
because
my
there's
first line on the podcast. I'm going to make it a quote. You're
What?
always growing until you die.
Oh my god. Yeah, but speaking of growing up, but like once you reach a certain age, you realize it just gets harder.
Yes.
Harder to what?
Harder to realize like, oh, there's so many other things I need to think about, you know.
Like,
Yeah, true.
Like example, no one taught me how to do taxes. I had to learn it myself.
technically, right, taxes aren't as hard as you think it is.
Yeah,
Just
but
need to spend an
It
hour.
is very intimidating.
It is. The idea of it is intimidating. But actually, once you understand what needs to be done and what it's all about, then you're like, oh, okay, cool. It's just that it's another hassle in life. That's about it.
Yep.
All right. So let's just what's the word? Okay. So currently our age range is that all of us are hitting our 30s. I'm already in my 30. Chen Hao, you're
I'm 30 this year.
30 this year.
30 this year.
30 this year. So the youngest here will be
I'm
Vincent.
still the baby of the group. 28 and I'm still the
Yeah,
baby.
you act like one.
Hey,
28 is not an age to act like a baby still.
hey, shut up.
All right. So let's just talk about our teenage life first. How was your teenage life like?
Which part?
Like your parents' expectations of you growing up as a teenage boy.
I had a typical Chinese parents. Hope I study. Hope I go to uni. Hope I work in the government.
Damn. See, that's the very big contrast between me. I had Chinese parents too, but they're not very typical. I was what you call a free bird. They didn't really tell me to study. They didn't really like scold me when I failed and all that. Which in a way, I kind of regret that they don't do that. Because I feel like I needed a more strict upbringing, you know? Yeah. That's why when I joined you guys, right? You know, it became the strict figure in my life.
Yeah, you do need a strict figure even now.
Yeah, I still need one.
No, but see, the cool thing about Qian Hao's upbringing was that because you were given like an ultimatum, right? It's either you had to go for university or pursue a YouTube career,
No,
right?
no ultimatum. No,
It was not it was not an ultimatum.
It's not ultimate. He just said, I want to do it.
Either uni or YouTube. You choose. Obviously, no one said that, right? My parents just like study hard, get good grades, go to uni. Like no ultimatum. Just hope for the best.
Yeah, I think that there was a lot of convincing required because I remember sitting at the dinner table. Then how? When are you going to apply the uni? And I'm
Yeah, you were
there.
in the dinner
I was at the dinner table and I'm like, oh, this is very pressurizing. Luckily, I have no father.
Wait. What are you talking about? You have like 5 fathers.
Okay, I have
Yeah,
that's my teenage life is a bit like interesting because I have 5 fathers. One was the biological, but not always there. One was there, but then after that, not anymore. Then the other one is just it keeps coming, and I think I have too many father figures.
You
I
know,
have to
this
learn
is a
from.
very interesting point for a teenage bro. This guy has the most interesting teenage
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
He has 5 different upbringings.
Yeah.
So what are you? So how was it like?
I think after the first second I start counting because it is more of a partner for my mother and more of a father figure because I've already been after 21. I feel like I think I don't need that much of a father figure other than my younger siblings. They need a father figure because it's a very crucial time where you need someone to look up to, a role model. But after 21, if you do a mistake, it's all on your own.
I'm surprised he didn't try to say I try to be the father figure. He's thinking that.
You were thinking that, right?
Yeah,
Okay, but what were the expectations like growing up for you as a teenager?
There was not much expectations. Actually, there wasn't any expectation because my mom is a very free-spirited person. So it's like she trusts whatever I do, and normally I do the right things, as compared to some of my siblings who don't normally they don't do the good things. But I will try to explore. Like when I said I wanted to drop out from school, I had to have a rough idea of what I wanted to do. She said, "Okay, go ahead. I believe in you. Just as long as you stay away from drugs, stay away from doing crime and etc." Yeah. Just be a good person.
Why do all your childhood sound so nice and
What
free
about
and
you?
easy? Dude, I had it rough, man.
Oh wow.
Because for me it was like I had to move schools like maybe 5 times in total. So I didn't really have like a fixed group of friends. Then I had to move overseas to like acclimatize with myself to the new curriculum and everything.
Because you were technically you had a childhood in Indonesia, right?
Correct. So my childhood was in Indonesia. Then it was in an international school, and like the egos between students were very high. So the pressure was there. So I think I only peaked at like Sec 4, and then I just went downhill after that. So my mom was like, as long as you can secure a job, a good paying job, I won't disturb you, but you have to study hard and never fail.
So basically,
I mean, I went to international school too.
Yeah.
When I was 8, I moved to Cambodia,
Mm-hmm.
and I was there for 5 years. And after that, I moved to Vietnam, and I was there for 6 years. So I was overseas for a total of 11 to 12 years.
Wow.
And I jumped between 3 schools.
So basically, what we're saying, like 3 of us technically spent half our life out of Singapore.
I know I did, yeah.
Yeah, 3 of us, because I moved here when I was 12,
Mm-hmm.
and you moved here when you were.
I spent 10 years in Jakarta.
I was here until 8, and then from 8 to 18, I left.
Yeah, basically 3 of us spent our lives outside of Singapore, except for you.
Yeah, I'm the most Singaporean among you guys, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
You are actually.
You are the most Singaporean.
Yeah. Is that why you don't understand some of our jokes?
All right. So, what did you do after you graduated from like secondary school? Did you go to a JC, Poly, ITE?
I went to ITE. Then after that, I dropped out and started myself, to create a path in the media scene and be in a voice to man. Yeah, I really didn't like to study. But who likes to study?
Denise.
Yes.
Okay,
Denise.
yeah. I mean, among you guys, you always
And
tell us that you got straight 7 A's.
From your perspective,
I
you
mean-
you sound like you like to study.
Yeah, you got all the A's.
Technically, I was a nerd in school. I kind of like to study, but to a
Yeah.
certain extent. But both of you almost had the same educational path, right?
Me?
Yeah, both of you went to ITE, right? And both of you dropped out,
Yeah.
and then you joined us.
You know why I dropped out? You know why I dropped out?
Oh, please give some backstory to it.
Okay, when I was in secondary school, Vine was a big thing, right? So I started doing a lot of that. I know my teachers and all that, they couldn't care less about me because they think that all I want to do is make stupid videos. So I kept doing it, and I got a bit of traction. And when I graduated, I met you guys. Remember that?
Mhm.
Yeah, that was when I was enrolling to IT, and I was there for like 6 months. When I went to office, and like, guys, I don't like school anymore. I don't think I'm learning anything. Well, what am I gonna do with a mechanical engineering cert? So how was I? You know what? Vincent, give me your phone. Oh, this is Vincent's father. You like to drop out from the discourse? Yeah. So there's that.
Okay, so for Chen Hao, what did you do after secondary school actually?
I went to high school.
Now after high school.
After high school,
Yeah.
Army.
So
High
that was
school, Army, YouTube.
so high school in Singapore sense means you went through like a JC stage, right? Diploma. So that's like poly, right?
Yeah.
So after that, then
Until 18, basically.
right. Okay. Then after that, there was an option to go to university.
There was a hope to go to, not an option.
I think every parent hope you go to university.
Right. I think so too. Okay, if you could, right?
No,
Which-
I would not go back to university.
Okay, but let's just say, which university would you have gone
I
to?
would not. It doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah. For what I do, I learn more practically by reading, by doing, than any uni can teach me. If I were a doctor, if I were a lawyer, if I were studying medicine, engineering, I do believe I need a degree, but not if I'm doing YouTube.
Yeah, I understand what you mean because I think the average Singaporean, I think for their upbringing, they'll be forced to go to university and take up careers like being a lawyer, a doctor, and like what else do you have?
I don't think it's.
I don't
I don't
think
think
they're
it's forced. It's more like if can lah. Yeah, it can do it. I do it.
I mean, it's a safe, it's a well-paying career. Why wouldn't you?
But do you really get anything out of it along the way though? That's the real question because I've never
Why not?
really seen
Why not?
someone who's actually.
If you're a
entirely
doctor,
happy.
you save lives. I would get a lot out of it. I would be very happy to do it.
Actually, that was my dream when I was younger though, to be a
Then what
doctor.
happened?
What happened? That's a very good question. Oh, I failed my entrance exam to NUS. Yeah.
For a guy that got 6 A's, you failed your.
Yeah, and that's how hard it was for me because I failed my entrance exam to biomedical field.
Was there like a specialty that if you would be a doctor, you would be a surgeon?
I was aiming to be a pediatrician actually.
What was that?
Just your regular clinic doctor. Giving out
Just
the
a
MC.
5-day MC. Okay.
So basically, all of us had like different career paths. Other than you always wanted to be a YouTuber, I guess.
No, I just wanted to be rich.
He just wanted to be rich, and he picked the right job. And what did you want to be? A doctor, right?
A doctor.
And what did you want to be?
I wanted to be. I have a lot of ambitions because it depends on the situation. Because back then I wanted to study, but I think I didn't come from a very wealthy family, right? So I thought like I'm just gonna work out there, get some experience. But if I had a lot of money back then, I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay, so Ridwan wants to be famous.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what he
cool.
want to grow up.
No, I
You
wanted
would
to be a
never
lawyer.
be a lawyer though.
No,
You're so bad at debating. You're so bad at communicating.
Yeah, but you-
There is no way you can be a lawyer.
Because
the only way you can be a lawyer.
Do you
Sorry,
remember?
there's no way.
No, there's no way he's gonna be a lawyer, but he might need a lawyer.
Yeah,
He might need a lawyer.
But yeah, I think that there's a lot of ambition. When I was young, I
The
wanted
only
to try everything.
reason why I would suggest you go down the lawyer path is so you can save money to not hire one.
Save yourself.
Yeah.
Just save yourself,
Like
man.
take one of those
Or like
online
understand
classes.
the law better, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Maybe I wanted to understand the law better.
I'm gonna correct myself. I don't think that at that when I was that young I wanted to be rich. But one thing I knew I wanted is freedom. I want to be able to do anything I want, go anywhere I want, see anyone I want, and I just didn't like to be told to do things by people. But as you grow up, since we are talking about growing up, you will realize that no matter how high on the chain you are, no matter how rich you are, you always have to answer to somebody.
Yeah, someone is gonna
There's-
tell you something,
there's nobody, like very few people in life get to just go around life not answering to anybody.
Of course,
Even
course.
if you are like some millionaire CEO, you still have to answer to your board.
Your shareholders,
You still
yeah,
have to
yeah.
answer to your shareholders. You are still responsible for something, right?
Of course. You know, I had a very simple dream when I wanted to grow up. I wanted to join the army. No, legit, I actually did.
Is
want
it
to
because
join
you
the
watch Our Boys to Men?
No, that was way before that. Sorry. I always liked military stuff, you know. But then when I went to army, I realized like, no, I don't want to do this.
You like the idea.
I like the idea.
You don't like
know.
the struggle.
Yeah, I
you
don't
don't
like
like
the
the
struggle.
hard work.
I
You
don't
don't
like-
like waking up at 5 to do 5 BX.
So basically
you
you like the
doing
uniform.
Push-ups.
You like the
don't
uniform.
like working out.
You just
don't
like the
like
shooting,
working on
right?
yourself.
Hey, when did this become a shit on session?
Actually, I wanted to be a lawyer because I wanted to wear a suit.
You can still wear a suit.
You
Oh,
can
yeah,
wear a
that's
suit
true.
now if
If
you
you
want.
can act as a lawyer.
Yeah. Like, I object. You know, I just wanted to say that.
But you know, okay. But after I realized that, okay, no, I don't want to do this. I always wanted to act. You know, I enjoyed acting.
Okay.
Yeah,
So now you get to do that now, technically.
I get to do this now. Yeah.
And you're in the creative field.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, but right now it's a battle. I mean, as growing up, right, we always have this inner battle.
You wanted to be
between-
an actor.
Yeah.
He's good. What? I say he's
He
one
is
of the
a
best
good
actors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should try YouTube videos.
Yeah, I should join YouTube channel. You all know any YouTube channels I can join?
This guy Tan Chen Hao, quite good.
I heard he hires people for a school series, right?
Yeah. Act as student.
How many of you all look back at your life now that you're around 30? The average of us, our average age is 30. How many of you guys look back and feel you could have been more?
I mean, I always look back and think like, what if I continued my education? But not for the sense of because I want the cert. It's more of the experience and the people I meet, you know.
Okay.
So it's like I will assume that uni is like army, like you meet different people from every kind of background. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I get what you mean.
So
You are not answering my question. You are not answering my
that's the thing I regret.
You said you wanted to be an actor. How many castings did you go for?
how many castings? Actually a few.
Is it? Which
Yeah.
one?
But I never got it.
Which one?
All the short films, you know, student films and all that.
You couldn't get into a
Hey, that was way before. That was way before, way back then. But then after I got this amazing role as this kid from this prestigious school. His name's Vincent. I
From
decided,
Titan Academy?
Yeah, from Titan Academy.
Oh, Titan Academy, right?
Yeah, I decided, you know, okay, this is the role I'll play for life.
Do you not feel that maybe as Vincent from Titan Academy, you could have elevated yourself to become something more?
I should, you know. Okay, maybe that's my New Year's resolution.
To be in another series.
To be in a
maybe a Richard.
a poly final year project.
Do you feel like you could have been more?
I,
For someone who started in this career at 16, campus superstar, Our Boys to Men. 10 years later,
S-pop.
S-pop.
Yeah. I think I'm alright. I think whatever I went through, I think I did my best. So I think it's great. Like I always think, because normally I take roller coaster, I think I might die. So I always think about, okay, do I love my life? Yeah. It's okay. So I know whenever I imagine I'm gonna die, about the next 5 seconds, I'll be like, okay, I think
That's very alarming to hear. That means you're okay to die right now.
No, I mean, if I die, I wouldn't have regrets. Like,
Okay,
when I'm like behind the motorcycle, okay, basically I always think I'm gonna die. So I always ask myself, if I die today, is it okay? Not bad.
Do you still look back?
Yeah.
At which point in life?
Every point.
Every point.
No regrets, right?
No regrets. I'm not talking about regret. I'm talking about if you feel like you could have been more.
Oh.
At age 30, where maybe halfway mark, like.
So do you feel?
Hopefully less than half. Hopefully less than half.
Do you feel like you can
I
be
do.
more?
I do. Yeah.
I only look back at one particular point in my life, which was the decision between JC and Poly, because that wasn't really much of a choice for me. I could have gone to JC, I could have gone to Poly, but my parents forced me to go to JC, and I actually wanted a Poly life because of how fun it seemed towards like all my older friends. So I was like, maybe I want a Poly life when I came back to Singapore. But then no, I was forced to go to JC. So if I were to ever look back at one single point in my life, I'll always be like, what if I actually went to Poly? Would I have been more different right now growing up, or would I be the way I am still, no matter what?
I think different is definitely inevitable, but better is there's pros and cons. You go to 11, right? There's pros and cons.
You know, I'm going to change my answer. You know, if there's something I could change in my previous life is the questionable people I've dated. That's all I would change.
I think I would not change all my exes.
I wouldn't honestly.
I have to meet them to be a better man.
Correct.
I have to take all the wrong paths and be and then after that I'll be better.
So you're still on that journey, right?
Yeah. I think without the mistakes, and if everything was perfect, I don't think I will learn anything.
So
What have you learned?
what have you learned?
What I've learned,
Growing up, what have you learned?
there's a lot.
From your ex.
Or from my exes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell me 3 lessons you have learned.
I think first is to love myself. I never love myself. I always love
really?
the person more than myself.
What are you talking about? You sound
Yeah,
like a
you
person that
love
loves yourself too
yourself
much.
so
Oh no! It's a portrayal. I feel like the first key is to have confidence. But I think deep down I confronted myself and I see that actually I don't feel good about myself. But I tend to say everything when I'm very good, I'm a legend or something. But deep down I didn't love myself enough and was comfortable being alone.
So you were overcompensating, basically.
Yeah. I think it was something that I needed to be real to myself and say, hey, I think I should have spent more time alone. And I think the great part was when I had an opportunity to live by myself and really so it was great. Alone time is great.
Technically, you're still staying by yourself, right?
Yeah.
How's it like?
Nice. But I feel like it's a bit. Sometimes I feel like, oh, am I gonna die alone? If I die in this room, I do not know why I keep thinking about dying. So if I die in this room, right, how many hours would there people find out that they'll find my body or something? So sometimes that worry of like, oh, there wouldn't be anyone at my dying bed. Yeah.
So what you're saying is no one really checks on you on a daily basis.
Yeah, something like that. But I think it's good to
And why
spend
do you
time
think
alone.
that is?
What do you think that
Why
is?
do you think no one checks on you on a daily basis?
Because maybe I should check on myself. I don't even check on myself. Yeah.
That does not.
Or maybe it's sometimes there's this thing where sometimes you always ask
Do you
like,
check on others?
yes, I wanted to go there because if you keep expecting others to check on you, then you should also it's about giving and not receiving. Yeah, so that's what I also learned. It was from a Fakafa's podcast I watched.
So did you learn anything from that? Who do you check on?
So far I have not checked on anyone.
So this year, who have you checked on?
My mom, I think. Yeah.
I mean, you better.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're saying no one checks on you, right?
Yeah.
So we're at day 15, whatever day it is.
yeah.
So far this year, in this room, who have you checked on?
No one.
Okay.
We checking each other every day, right?
Perhaps that may be why
Okay.
there isn't such a reciprocation towards you.
That's true. See?
We check on each other every day, right? I text him randomly, say, hey, Gareth Bale retired.
Oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah. He just sends me photos and I'm like, oh, what is it? This?
He asked me to go for dinner at random times and movie, which is good. Thank you for asking me out. I'm not complaining.
I sent him a wake up. I sent him a wake up New Year message.
See, look at the difference. 3 of us
I
check on each
said,
other.
this is your year. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, because I was outside with Zoe, right? And then my phone died. Then when I went on my charge, it turned on. It's like, ding. ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, time to wake up. It's like really like what all over, you know?
I was just like lying in bed. today.
Wait, do you want to read out the message?
Yeah, I'll read it. I was
Yeah.
like lying in bed and then I decided, okay, I'll text Vincent. Where is it? Yeah.
Oh, this anyone? This one here.
Make 2023 your year. Stop being lazy. Stop having no discipline. Build trust within yourself and people around you. That's not the standard. Wake up early, get some sunlight, put effort in your content. Give yourself more responsibility than just showing up at my house and scripting. If you're earning during a good month from clients, don't just relax and think you're set up for the month, Vincent. Think about how you can double it, triple it. Think for yourself.
You know,
Yeah, reflect on your actions. 2023 is gonna be a good year for you, or it's gonna be shit ass. It's in your hands.
you know, I read it in that exact same voice.
You remember how you said you wanted a father figure? It was more stricter. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Congrats, you're my father figure.
He has no choice.
I'm fine with it.
I mean, I think it's because he has Stalin now, so I think the father instincts comes out already very well.
Yeah.
I think fatherhood looks great on you, honestly.
does,
Has anyone told you that?
I appreciate that.
Because I've seen fatherhood hit people so differently. And I look at Chen Hao, I look at other guys, and I'm like, crap, if I end up like those other guys, I'll be like another NPC just walking by the street.
Yeah, true.
Like for a really impatient person like Hao, him with Starly really shows how patient he can be. Actually.
Wow, yeah, it's crazy.
No, I was reading a book and it was one thing really hit me. It said, true peace is not the man in the mountain. I mean, true Zen is not the man in a mountain meditating. It's the man in the marketplace, in the noisy marketplace, that is able to remain patient and calm. And that's what I thought about when like my daughter is crying, having fever, and like, you know, I have like all my clients calling me and like in the middle of work, I'm like, this is true Zen, this is peace. And I enjoy that. I enjoy taking solace in the fact that I do not need to go to the mountain, peace, and meditate. Because anytime I can come back from the mountain, come back into the shithole and feel like, oh man, this is back to no peace. But being able to make peace with everything in my
a
life,
chaotic situation,
with all the hectic, the chaos, I think that's true peace.
Damn, get this guy a book deal, man.
Get
Come
him
on.
a, get him a TED Talk.
he had an opening quote. Now he has, dude, just make a book. How to do life. That's it. That's the book title.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good title.
How to do life.
Chen Hao's autobiography next year. How to do life.
That's good, man. Manifesting, yeah. All right, guys. So speaking of like checking up on people, I think as we grow older, we lose a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to say that we're still 4 friends.
I think what I've realized, right, the friends that you make in your mid-20s are the friends that really like if they're still there in your mid-20s, they're there for life already.
No, there is a statistic that the lifelong friends you make in your life is within the age of 16 to 28, around there.
Yeah.
I can't, don't quote me, I can't get an
It's
exact
a-
number,
that
but
round
there is a study. So I thought that was interesting. So I'm past that. So if you're past 28, you ain't gonna make any more friends.
No.
So forget about it.
So forget about trying to make friends with us. Someone just comes up to you. Hi, Hao. My name is. I don't give a
Statistics show we're not gonna be friends anymore.
Okay, perfect for us. I met you guys when I was 17. Perfect.
I was, 20 plus. 20 plus, yeah.
Old when
But
I
it's
met
like
you.
it's like a thing. As you grow older, you start like curating your circle a little bit more, and
Correct.
you realize that okay, some people come and go, and it's fine.
No,
Yeah.
but you still have like friends from school, maybe when you were 14, 15.
Yeah.
It was until 18, so that's past the 16.
Yeah, I think among the four.
But I took IB diploma, and
So the bond that you
I've,
created.
I've went through things that were very tough. I think for me, army was tough.
Mhm.
I think YouTube was tough. But for some reason, you know, like those 3 to 4 years towards IB and slightly before, made a very strong impact on me. Maybe it was because I was growing up and like IB is out of 45.
Mm-hmm.
I got 27. 27.
Okay, that's 50%.
The failing is 24.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yo, that's so close.
Did you know that statistics just showed in Singapore that half of the people who got full marks for IB comes from Singapore.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So there were like 44 people who got 45, 21 or something got in Singapore. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that during those years, I think those were the years that shaped me. It was the years that I decided I want to be a YouTuber. It was the years where I really made like friends who somehow are still very much involved in my life, even though we're not.
They're
not
overseas,
together
right? They're overseas.
Yeah. But like when I go to Thailand, when I go to Vietnam, like
You
straight away
always
it's
find
like
them.
it's like there hasn't been any distance. We go right back into it. And obviously it's nice to catch up on how we've grown a bit. You know, we're not obviously not exact the same person as 18, but it's nice to have that in my life. Like,
Yeah.
it's a very big part of my life.
Among the four of us, I think you're the only one that still catches up with your high school friends.
Yeah.
I rarely talk to anyone from my secondary school.
No, I only hit them up if they grown pretty and then they're still single. So
Of course.
That is why, I think people cut you off.
That's why people don't check up on you.
This is a good
I want to
reflection.
check up on anyone, but maybe not. I'm scared it hit on me. But it's great. It's great to like keep in touch with all your the friends that you grew up with.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I see you hang out with them, you look genuinely happy.
I am.
Yeah, dude, I'm jealous of your
We
high
are
school
jealous.
friends, honestly.
Yeah, we're jealous.
I tried conversing with my high school friends, just checking on them. After 10 minutes, I'm like, you know what? I'm done talking to you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, it just cannot connect.
Yeah, it's like really when you talk about everyone goes to a different lifestyle. Like for me, right, my high school friends, the few people I remember that I went to a high school reunion, secondary school reunion, and with two other friends, my classmates. Then I say, "Hey, what's up? Long time no see. Hey, what happened to that guy? Oh, he's in jail. Oh, oh, what about the other guy? Oh, he's also in jail.
Yeah, but because I usually talk with all my ex team members, like, my football team. I caught up with them and stuff like that. The only person who actually still actively plays football is just the captain, who is the fittest guy and the smartest guy.
What
in the
talking
whole
about?
team.
We actively play football. You actively play football.
No,
Yeah, once a month, right?
twice a year maybe.
Twice a year.
Twice a year sounds
That's
more
active
likely.
for me.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just nice to see how people grow up differently. It's just that you can only like watch them grow up. You can't really like try to get involved so much. You can only just check in
no,
on
but
them.
I'm very like the high school people that I know, like my secondary school friends, when they grow into like certain working sectors, right, their lifestyle really show it in their face and their body. Like I can see like I don't recognize them anymore. They look like older than me when they're supposed to be my age, or sometimes they are even younger. But you can tell like they are stressed and they're not enjoying their work. So
I mean, life does that to you. Life does that to you.
We also stress.
no, but you guys look okay. But like there's some people like really wow. After catching up with them, it's interesting to see everyone.
Okay, I mean, these are all growing pains. Now, what is the toughest part of growing up? What's the toughest part of growing up?
Probably,
How old are you this year?
I'm 28.
Jesus.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jesus. Get a grip!
yeah, man.
Probably finances.
Finance.
That's the toughest part for me.
Why?
Like you said, I like the discipline last year, so I didn't really save much.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, I think finances was a really big problem for me growing
Why?
up because
Not growing up, like towards, you're saying towards, we're talking about growing
yeah, we're talking about
pains
growing
now.
pains, right?
Not young.
Okay. I think finances has always been a real big problem. That's my growing pains because I've never been the thrifty person. I have never been a thrifty person. Chena knows it.
I know.
You know it.
I know.
Yeah. So
I saw
I
it
always,
last week.
yep, he saw it last week. I always had the problems of saving money. Yeah. So it's like if I earn so much money, let's just save like 100 of it and spend like 90% of it. You know, it's like that. Like I think that needs to change for me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the growing pains that I have.
Okay.
Especially now that I have to pay tax and all, pay CPF and all that.
Oh, yeah.
That is tough.
CPF
It
is good.
tough.
CPF is actually
CPF is good, of course, but it's not good in when with someone like me who just spendthrift and like, oh yeah, oh wait, I need to pay CPF this month. Oh crap, like those kind of things.
So, are you saying you're not earning enough, or are you not?
Oh, I am earning enough. It's I'm
not,
spending.
you're not saving enough.
not saving
So you're
enough.
not being responsible.
I'm not being responsible. Yeah.
Okay, I mean it's good to admit that.
Yeah.
I mean I saw it. Last,
I mean,
I saw
I'm
it
not
last
being-
week.
Yeah, he saw it last
Yeah, I
week.
saw it
I'm
last
not. I'm not being responsible.
Are you done?
For me, I think health.
Ah.
Because that's why I've been looking at myself, and then I'm like, I'm always tired, and I'm not taking my health seriously.
It's hard to take it seriously when you get a boo boo on your hand. You're like, I think I can't comfort you guys. I'm sick.
Yeah, I have not been taking care of my health. I think I've been trying to take care of my health more this year because like I feel like at 30 because I all my father, my grandfather all have heart attack. You know,
Which father?
the biological one.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
it wouldn't make sense if the. How do you relate?
Of course, I'm sorry.
So so. But funny thing is, even my second father also had heart attack, and that's why he passed away. So it really scares me, and I see how my mom's health is deteriorating, and then I see myself like, okay, I definitely don't have good genes. It's not gonna happen sooner or later because I think among us, I don't really care about my body. I have a very bad lifestyle, so I think that worries me. And then I'm thinking about insurance policies, thinking about So I think that was the toughest part because it took me too long to realize the importance. Because at first you want to play, and then you realize, oh wait, what? Why my knee doesn't work as much? So yeah, so I think health.
Okay.
That's interesting. I think
That's good.
Health is important.
Yeah,
Health is wealth.
because I keep thinking about dying, so I'm like, no, I don't want to die. I want to get proposed to. I want to get proposed. Sorry, I want to propose to someone.
It sounds about right. It sounds about right. Everyone does sound like
It's
a guy
okay,
that wants
now-
to get proposed to.
He does.
He does.
Yeah, right. Actually, it does suit your personality.
What?
For a
No,
girl to
I
propose
can't
to you.
propose to
No,
someone.
he needs the girl to do it. He wants a girl to do
By this year, propose to a girl this year.
I don't know. I do not know. I cannot rush things because there's time and place. If it happens, happens.
I feel like if he's going to propose, he has to have the girl lead him to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you propose to me?
okay, yeah, I propose to you. Okay.
So how your growing pains?
Well, I would say maybe over the last 2 years is
You can't pinpoint.
I can't pinpoint.
Right.
That's a lot of. This
I
guy has
know.
been growing new white hairs every day.
Yeah,
I can't
dude.
pinpoint. I can't pinpoint. And to be fair, I'm not somebody who has faced a lot of adversity. I think life has worked out very well for
Yes.
me. I think, I mean, of course, despite having discipline, working hard, trying my best to be a good person, I think life has dealt me good cuts. So in terms of growing pain, I don't think I can really. Like, I mean, you guys have been through really tough things. For me, it's just stress, business, whatever. So I will prioritize health,
Yes,
family.
correct.
So over the years, you look at it and you realize that I've been very lucky with that.
You know what?
So I can't really say like, oh, blah, 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 I'm so unhappy about this, I'm so happy about that. Like, most of my unhappiness comes from my perfectionist mindset.
I have to say, you know what? I also have to think about health too. I'm 28 and I have gout.
Man had 2 gout attacks in the past month.
I had one yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the hell is that? What, bro? I'm 31 this year. Oh crap! I'm 32 this year. Okay, sorry. I'm 32 this year. I've only gotten gout once, and I found out the problem was because of diet. So yeah, health is a big issue.
Okay,
What are you doing?
You know, to be honest, it was hard to avoid. When in my early 20s, right, I also worked at a bar, my parents' bar. And what do you do at the bar?
You drink?
You drink beer every single day. From
Not
Monday.
if you work. Why are you drinking?
You're drinking on the job, bro.
No, when you own,
What do you do when you work? You drink. Obviously not.
when you own a bar that's in your family, right, you will have to drink. You will, yes, you will.
Why?
I think it's just the culture there.
The culture there.
It's the
Trust me,
culture
you will.
thing.
Someone will come in and say, hey, Vincent, we're drinking. Okay, just one beer, okay. Another person comes in, hey, Vincent, have a beer with me. Oh, okay. End of night. Monday to Friday.
Ah, jeez. All right.
So far, right, every time I see you with a beer, right, you are the only one. No one's drinking with you. Right? You are the one who took it upon yourself and say, I'll have this.
It's a hard habit to kick off, you know. It's a hard habit. Well, I prefer beer than hard liquor. Come on. It will keep me mentally sane in the situation, but then it will give my health will deteriorate.
Yeah.
So you should stop.
Yes.
All
Just kick it.
Just don't drink beer.
Correct.
All right.
Okay, guys. So we've come to the end of this podcast.
about you?
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know growing pains, huh?
No pain on this guy.
No pain. The only pain he has is turning 32 this year.
Okay. I think right. I have to say right that I think up until I was like 25, 26, I feel like I was very sheltered in a sense where I didn't have to be really active on my life choices. So it's like everything has almost been given to me, not on a silver platter, but having given to me easy. So I think only the past few years I finally understood like what it means to actually take action upon your life, and to learn that at this age it's actually very hard because I have to admit I'm 32 and I'm struggling on how to be an adult, like be responsible, sorting out time management, meeting the right people, and doing well at work. So I think for me to cram all of this like right now, that's my only struggle. So yeah, it's just lack of discipline, like, basically. But not as bad as you. Yeah.
And how do you think you can improve that?
How to improve that? Start early. Start taking action on your life the earliest that you can. Stop relying on your
So
parents.
what actions are you gonna take?
So far, right now, I feel like I've done more for myself in a sense where I don't let people tell me what needs to be done. Like, oh, you should do the bed, you should watch this, you should look out for bills, you should apply for this. Everything is done like by myself because I want to do it, and that kind of thing. Basically, it's just keeping a more disciplined lifestyle.
I think getting engaged does that to you also, right?
Oh yeah, man, trust me. The wedding process is
I think after meeting like a different set of new parents that you're gonna have, you'll learn a thing or two from them, right?
yeah, definitely. Especially when you're married to a Chinese family. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Anyone want to bring up anything else?
I would just say that I hear, before this podcast, I hear you talking a lot about your wedding, right?
Uh-huh.
Just say, or maybe let me just prepare you.
Uh-huh.
That it is by far not going to be the most difficult point of your life. During the time, it may seem like, oh man, wedding, so much things to plan. After the wedding, it's gonna hit you, and you're gonna realize the amount of other things that life is gonna hit you with, aside from a wedding, and then it's gonna make you feel like, lol, I could have just dealt with that in a day. I mean, I understand your situation is slightly different, so I'm not one to judge, or I'm not someone to comment. I'm just talking about your mindset right now. You're very overwhelmed with the whole wedding thing. Bigger stuff is gonna hit you. When a baby comes,
Oh, I'm actually
it's
excited.
the idea.
Yeah, the idea of it.
Just like how the idea of army excited him.
The idea of army excited me.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this podcast of Milestones. Do let us know if you want us to cover any other topics. Let us know down in the comment section below. And as usual, remember to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.